Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium Part 12. Last time I had to stop recording abruptly, but then I figured out I couldn't quit the game unless I finished talking to her. So that was not part of the recording then, but the result was that I should talk to the truckers, try and figure out where they get their drugs, I guess. And other things I need to do is find the gloves in the fishing village, find my badge, and as always get some money so I can sleep in the hotel. So I guess we should go talk to the truckers first, or maybe go to the fishing village. I don't know where that is, but let's check the map. Okay, I'm guessing the fishing village is at the fisherman shacks. Can I reach that right now, or do I have to wait for the water lock to be repaired? Let's see, this is the hotel. If I go there, I should be able to cut through here if it's still open, that is. Let's check that first. I need to cross this bridge, I think.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where this panel usually... A crumpled billboard reading, "Samaran butter soaks in the canal." Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle. Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack. The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently, within the past 72 hours. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast. There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Don't tell me it was me that did this. No, but then I would be stuck on the other side, right?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
Okay, everyone, I guess.
Very sturdy but light motor carriage, more likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long. You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
Okay, I guess we can't reach the fishing village, so...
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Yeah, that's a good way to start a conversation.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
Okay, he wasn't offended by the question at least.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Not on you. The higher ups. You're safe.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
Let's be honest with him. Looks like a trustworthy person.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Confrontation? I don't know that word.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird.
Is he talking about the cigarettes or the drugs when he's telling me to go to Fritz?
Looking for something?
Yeah, I mean this guy. This is our guy.
No.
Maybe.
He's got a smoke right there, in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
Can't have it. Evidence of what? I haven't done anything. What, officer? Sorry I couldn't be of any help. Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
I don't trust him.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Man, where have I come? It's a weird place.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
Okay, let's be sneaky.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then,
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
there was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
Yeah, normal conversation about genetics.
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Talk to me. Me.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Okay, the guy that sells the clothes, I guess.
His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%. Guess so.
Yeah, let's check it out right away. I don't trust that guy anyway, but still, let's see what this guy has to say. I think it's the right guy.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives.
I want to trust him, but that picture, man. Well, my picture's also.
Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd. Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. Okay, look. There's bad people here doing bad things. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've been in Revachol for 15 years, working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I don't.
It could be. She was strange.
Who are we talking about? I don't remember a lady driver.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? All right. Very cool. Let's cap this off with a purchase. A pair of funky sunglasses, detective? You deserve it. And I deserve it
Give
too.
me money, please.
Don't you think?
No need to dress this
Ah.
one up. Just tell him what you want.
Well, I don't have a choice anymore.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? But officer, bribe you to do what? You see, I'm an honest entrepreneur. I can't help you if you don't give me a good reason as to why I should.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
Where are the other drivers? Ah, yeah, this lady.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Where am I? Who are you? Then I don't suppose you could tell me where we are, Lowman? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is. Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
Yeah, you're weird.
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
They're coming for this shithole. Let them take it.
All of what? The world? The present?
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds.
That's a lie.
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Yeah, I would rob you right away.
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you're responsible for what's in it, so if I find something weird in it, I'm coming after you.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Then it's contraband, Lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Yes, please.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
What do I need drugs for, Lawman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary, no drugs can compare. If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
why would I want to do that? Lawman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
It will make a difference for you. I can promise you that.
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lawman? It's diamonds, Lawman, obviously. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Who's that? I don't remember. Who's the poet?
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains. Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to? The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they...
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air.
Oh, Sim. What do you mean? Yes? What about it? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. I drive routes no one else would. Lomonosov's Land, Udachnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatalia Magistral, U41A, Autostradas do Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches. Irmao, I already am dust. Yes, go.
Okay, it was really fun talking to you. Who's this other poet driver she sees? I'm guessing it's the guy we spoke to first. This guy, but he didn't seem poetic.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind? I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why. A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way. Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Yeah, smart. I like your logic. Should I really ask this?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
It's true. We would of course a lie. But a kind heart is tricky.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Yeah, but look at me. I have the darkness.
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her. Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
I mean, No one respects my authority. Everyone just dismisses me. Maybe because I don't have a badge or a gun?
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
Who? The smoking guy or the muscular guy on the bridge? Who's the raceman? Everyone is the raceman here.
Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
I thought you were a different kind of cop. Here. Lori's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
Yeah, I mean, I would arrest him. He's been hiding stuff from me.
Last Friday. No. I don't know. She left them to me. Because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise...
The other drivers would have to break in there to get the machines moving. And they would find what's hidden inside. Something incriminating.
And now I can be the good cop again.
I bet you are.
Okay. Bye.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
Which one is it?
This green found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This is the one the man pointed to, his friend's lorry. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. You push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just... The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least 128 stations have been saved on this radio. Doesn't look like it. Unclear. For contacting an entire fleet of lorries, for example, this must be the nerve center of a well-organized operation. Not without the dial key, no. The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Can I open the back and get some money? I know there would be something in the toolbox, but I want the real stuff.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
To get some friction. What's wrong with that?
Sandpaper adds extra grip. The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
Somehow it reminds me of that game they were building in the other building. Are they connected somehow?
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters. You close the rusty old lorry door. Your job here.
Before we go back to Joyce, let's go to Fritz. Try and sell some stuff that we have in our bag. Don't think it will be nearly enough to get the hotel room, but still.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritte slogan on the back.
No, I don't want to buy stuff. Ah, that's the cigarettes, I guess. He wants some. But nope, can't be wasting money now. Maybe Joyce will give me some money for my investigate. I mean, it looks cool, but will it fit with the rest of my outfit? Let's check. Composure and shivers. I guess we'll go for this right now, but if we can't find a hotel room, I have to put this on, I guess.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Give me money, please.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation. Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police matter, but in the event you'd like to share more, I would like to know who it was. High-intensity microwave frequencies. They're used for navigational purposes, to compress the inter-estuary space. They may use it to communicate with incoming freighters.
As the shipments approach Revachol? Somehow you suspect something more sinister.
That speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Were you able to examine the radio? Taking it out of commission will deal a blow to the smuggling network. Excellent work.
I don't want to tell her that the lorry is there. Because what if she's gonna take it or something? I don't know.
Clever. If you suspect a woman in this sort of skullduggery, good move on their part. I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Thank you again for looking into this matter. You have my gratitude, and the gratitude of Wild Pines Group.
Give me money or information, please. Not your gratitude.
Now, per our original agreement, it's time for me to share company secrets with you. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering. Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
So where are the other 2?
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. It is very far from disco. My only
I had
hope is
to
that you
choose that
provide
one.
a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Well, that will make my job easier, then I can arrest all of them and be a hero. So I don't know why this is my problem.
The Union has over 2,000 men.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, detective? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath. Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Talking about me?
All we can do is keep the rest from following suit. One single, concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator. He was 40, or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions. He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Yeah, but why would they shoot me? I mean, they would believe I'm on their side, right?
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans, He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Ah, the big guy. Then who's Phyllis?
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest. That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible. I hope I can answer it better. Or he didn't. This
the
is
lady that
information
works in the
passed on
hotel,
to me
I
from
guess.
some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez. Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates, supposedly the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
And that's why she's hiding, I guess.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
What tattoos? Ah, okay.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
It's a star map. Maybe to where he's from. Another nationality thingy. Everyone is obsessed with it in this place, I guess.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think. Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
But he's not wearing his armor, the big guy. If I had my gun.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
I am relieved you think so. I don't... Is there anything else I can help you with?
Maybe the bookstore lady? We need to unlock one of these. I don't want talent points. I need these thoughts, I guess. Or at least we can try one, see if it helps or if it's waste of points. But we'll try with one. I mean, I could use this one to have something to say to the big guy on the bridge. I don't know what to do now. There's so much to do, but still so confusing or unclear what I should do. Let's check the library lady first, if she can help us with the tattoo, maybe. And her ghost problem, I never solved that one.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes. How was it? I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
You don't have anything of substance to tell her until you found that entity of hers.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. Yes, the Simonees are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here. It must be these very spells and wards of protection that keep me safe from all the ill and wicked deeds.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Maybe the old soldier can tell me about the tattoos. I don't know who can help me. I guess we end it here for now, and then we'll continue, maybe talk with a few people and try and pick off some of the quests at least. Because later we have several time sensitive quests. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so I need to wait till nighttime at least. This one is Wednesday. I'm guessing it's Tuesday to that right now, right? I don't know where to see that, what day it is. Yeah, and this one, we're working on that one all the time. And this one also at 21. So we have 2 quests we need to do at 21. Yeah. Okay then. Thank you for watching, and we'll continue next time. Bye for now.